story?
Yes!
This one's called A Turkey for Thanksgiving. And it is by one of my very favorite children's authors. Her name is Eve Bunting.
Oh, we have that book, but humans trying to get the turkey, and he dresses up as the farm animal.
Oh, how cute.
Turkey Trouble.
Turkey Trouble.
Is a good one.
All right. It was Thanksgiving. I'll show you after I read the page, okay? It was Thanksgiving morning. Mr. Moose helped Mrs. Moose set the Thanksgiving table. Sheep will sit here. He likes a chair that's straight up and down, Mrs. Moose said. Rabbit here, Porcupine here, and Mr. and Mrs. Goat here. He smiled. Isn't it nice to have friends for Thanksgiving?
I can't see.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
They're getting their Thanksgiving.
I can't see.
Yes, you can.
Sit down is okay.
You can.
My fingers.
Mrs. Moose set 2 paper pilgrims, one at each end of the table. She placed the paper turkey with its great fan of a tail between the candles and stood back. They look good, my dear, Mr. Moose said. Mrs. Moose sighed. Yes, but I wish I had a real turkey. Everyone always has a turkey for Thanksgiving. Everyone but us. Mr. Moose nuzzled Mrs. Moose's head. Well, that won't do. I will go this minute and find you a turkey for Thanksgiving.
I want to see the fake turkey up close.
He's right there.
I think it's
Elsie, Izzy, Mama said to stay, don't see. Did you know there's such thing as a white turkey?
Yes. Let's see what happens. Mr. Moose put on his cap and went out. Mist wandered through the bare trees. The cold made his nose water. Rabbit poked his head from his rabbit hole. Mr. Moose, is it dinner time? Not quite yet. Mrs. Moose wants a turkey. I'm off to find one. Rabbit joined him in 3 quick hops. I'll come too. I'll come too.
Where's the rabbit?
You'll see it in a second.
Rabbit. I'll come too. I'll come too. I'll come too. I'll come too. I'll come too.
Moose's warm breath hung white in front of him. Snow crunched under his hooves and made little holes that Rabbit jumped over. I see the goats, Rabbit said. Mr. Goat raised his head and spat out the tin can he was chewing. Is it dinner time? He called.
I want to see.
Not till I find the turkey, Mr. Moose said. We saw one down by the river, Miss Goat told him. And Mr. Goat added, a fat one. They haven't found him yet. The goats just told them. They saw one down by the river and he was fat.
Where is the turkey?
They haven't found him yet.
They got a house made of junk in it.
I know.
A fence made
Right.
of tires.
Right.
Mom, I want
You know,
my
goats eat
jacket
everything.
off.
They really
goats-
prefer to eat grass.
Yeah, the goats leaped down from their perch. We'll show you. Sheep was farther up the hillside, looking round as a fur ball in his winter coat. Here's dinner time, he bellowed. First, I have to find a turkey, Mr. Moose bellowed back. Oh, there's a turkey nest on the riverbank, Sheep called. Wait for me.
Where is it?
Wait for me.
The earth smelled of ice and moss as they crunched along. Above them, a crow hung, black as a puff of wood smoke. Porcupine was hiding in the underbrush. "Oh, it's you," he said. He put his quills down. "We're off to get a turkey for Mrs. Moose," Mr. Moose explained. "Do you want to come?" "I'm slow," said Porcupine.
Look.
"Pick me up on your way back." "Who'd want to pick you up?" Sheep asked, and laughed, his bleat of a laugh. "I'll wait,"
Mama, I want my
Porcupine
sweater
told
off.
Mr. Moose.
Can you take it off? I don't want to take it off. I want to stay.
Oh, stay here.
He's got his earmuffs on, doesn't he?
Everyone's got some of their winter stuff.
They saw Turkey's nest right away, and Turkey himself was peering over the top of it. "Turkey, Turkey," Mr. Moose called in his sweetest voice.
Can I see the turkey?
"Ah!" Turkey blundered from his nest and ran. Mr. Moose lumbered after him. "Turkey, don't run. We just want you for Thanksgiving dinner." Turkey ran faster.
I want to see it. Where's the turkey's neck?
Where's his neck? He's hiding behind the grass.
No, it's nest.
Oh, it's nest right here. This is his nest. That's his nest.
Where?
All that stuff right there, that's his nest.
No, I don't think that's his nest. Okay. Yeah, that's probably his nest.
The little sign says, "No turkey here. Do not disturb. Come back after Thanksgiving." Mr. Moose saw the red and blue sheen of Turkey's neck. Turkey's tail brushed crumbs of snow behind him as he tried to fly. "Fat," Mr. Goat said. Turkey's legs bent in the middle and he fell. Mr. Moose put a booted hoof on his head and smiled his great toothy smile. "I hope you don't have other plans for Thanksgiving, Turkey."
What sides to fly?
He tried to fly, but he couldn't. But turkeys really can fly. He just couldn't get off the ground quickly enough.
Because he fell back.
Yeah. He helped Turkey up. "My wife won't mind that you're too fat," he said. "Let's go. It's getting close to dinner time." They marched Turkey in front. "I'm sorry about this, for I can see you really don't want to come," Mr. Moose said. "But I must insist. A promise is a promise." Poor Turkey. What does he think is going to happen?
They're gonna eat.
That's what he thinks. They're going to have him for Thanksgiving dinner.
I think they're gonna help him. I think he is gonna help them find another turkey.
Oh, maybe. That's a good idea. There was a wreath of dried fruit on the moose's door. Inside, the house was filled with Thanksgiving smells. Mr. Moose hid Turkey behind him. "Look who I brought, Mrs. Moose," he said. "Sheep, the goats, rabbit, and porcupine. And ta-da!" He pushed Turkey around in front of him. "For you, a turkey for Thanksgiving." He was so proud of himself because he found that turkey. Mrs. Moose clapped her hooves. "I'm so happy to have you, Turkey." "Thank you, Mr. Moose. Now everything is perfect." "Oh, shall we eat?" Sheep asked, heading for the straight up and down chair. "Let's," Mrs. Moose pointed. "Rabbit here, porcupine here, Mr. and Mrs. Goat here, and look, I brought a chair from the other room in hopes of turkey. Chair? Turkey stammered. Right next to me, Mrs. Turkey said. Light the candles, Mr. Moose.
Mrs. Turkey.
I mean, Mrs. Moose. Mrs. Moose. Light the candles, Mr. Moose.
Where's the turkey?
Right there. There were bowls of acorns and alfalfa sprouts, dried since summer. There was willow bark and cured grass and wild parsley. There were pressed leaves, thin and pale as ice on a new pond. I hope you find something to your liking, Mr. Turkey, Mrs. Moose said. I wasn't sure of your taste. You're so kind of worried about my taste, Turkey said. I thought you'd be worried about how I taste.
I thought they were gonna eat the turkey.
That's what he thought too. But they didn't. She wanted to invite him to have Thanksgiving dinner with them.
They're selling.
Yeah.
Sit right there, okay?
Yeah, they did. I think goats and sheep probably aren't very neat when they eat. That's cute.
Yeah.
Heaven, no. Mr. Moose smiled his big tooth smile and filled everyone's cup with cold spring water. It's so nice to have friends around the table for Thanksgiving. Turkey's waddles wobbled. It's even nicer to be at your table and not on it, he said. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving, Turkey.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, Turkey.
Happy. It's our Thanksgiving turkey.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Isn't that a good story?
Oh,